started. So welcome everybody to our team Zoom, and I'm just really thrilled to have Charlotte Venter with us tonight, all the way from Australia. So that's really amazing, and I just had the privilege of meeting her in the Bahamas, and she is just such a treasure. I was just so blessed by how she just graciously shared so much information with me, and I was pumping her lots of questions, and she just had awesome answers. And so I'm really, really excited about our call tonight and what she has to offer us. I'm going to give you just a little bit of her background, then I'm going to let her share her own story. But it's Charlotte Venter, and she's the CEO of the Unstoppable Aussie Mom and co-founder of I Hope Ltd, which rescues orphans and sex-trafficked children. I think that's incredible. And she's the mom of two amazing children, Brandon, 25, Robin, 21, and she's been married to her sweetheart, Andre, for 26 years. She was born in South Africa and immigrated to Australia 17 years ago. So that's really fascinating. I'm going to let her share her story, but I do want to say that she's the top income earner and leader for LifeVantage in Australia. And she has a rapidly growing team, and both of her children are business owners with LifeVantage, which has created a life for them that none of their peers have or would even dare to imagine. And I think that's really awesome, Charlotte, that your kids are so involved in this. So I'm just going to turn it over to you, and thanks so much again for helping us out tonight, and look forward to what you have to share with us.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Julie. So hi everyone, good evening. It's a really good early morning here. It's 10 o'clock on Tuesday morning in Australia. So I've already been to the gym, and I've had breakfast, and I've had my quiet time, and I'm ready for you guys. So really honored to be talking with you today, and really open to answering any questions that you may have. I'll share a little bit about my network marketing journey with you. So 5 years ago, I started with a company called Isogenics. You may have heard of them. I was exceptionally skeptical. I didn't want a bar of network marketing, but I had a very persistent friend. Anybody have that? Put a 1 in the chat if you had a very persistent friend that would not let you say no. And anyway, so eventually I said to my friend, okay, I'll go to one event and I'll go see what this is all about. And so I did, and sitting at the event, I thought, these people have what I'm looking for, which was, of course, time freedom as well as financial freedom, right? So I decided to join Isogenics, jumped on board, and very quickly got up to a decent kind of level, won a trip to San Diego, and was quite content with the company. But one thing that was a big struggle was retention on customer. So I used to find that customers would start and they would stop. They would start and stop. So 2 months I'd have a customer, then they'd be gone, then I'd have to find another one. And so I, at the start of 2016, January 2016, so just over 2 years ago, made a list of what I was looking for in terms of a company, in terms of a product, a compensation plan, as well as the kind of people that I wanted to work with. And sorry, I just want to close my messenger. And I went out looking, guys. I printed the top 100 companies on the DSA, and I started looking at each one individually, and pretty much within 2 weeks found Protandem and started looking at this product and realized, holy moly, this is something unique. It has science studies to prove that it works, and it looks like it's affordable. So I wanted to meet with a top leader and see what was the retention. So I went onto YouTube and I searched top leader in Australia, or sorry, top leader in LifeVantage. And of course, guess who popped up? Rachel Jackson. So I started watching some of Rachel's videos and very quickly got onto email. We messaged her and said, hey, will you meet with us? We're interested in your business. And guys, the rest is history. So Rachel showed us at that stage what the retention is like on Protandem, because that was the most important thing for me that I was looking for, was a sticky product. A product that was consumable, that people would use month after month after month, because when you build a business based on a product like that, you know you have a strong, long-term, secure business. And so that's how my journey started with LiveVantage. Julie, I know you asked me to share a bit about how do we start a new distributor. And guys, let me tell you, it is the most important thing is to start a new distributor well, outside of enrolling them. So first, most important is enrolling a new distributor. Second is making sure you get them out of those running blocks really quickly. And Darren Jensen shared some statistics with us at Bahamas at the Elite meeting, and he said that we know we have a golden window of opportunity with a new distributor, and that golden window is that within 2 weeks we need to make sure we have launched them and they have enrolled at least one customer, because the statistics with LiveVantage shows that 100% of Pro 7s enrolled somebody in their first 2 weeks. 86% of Pro 6s enrolled somebody in their first 2 weeks. And so the statistics continue. So we do know that we need to get a distributor working very quickly. So for us and our team, we have a very strong system. And I believe that is one of the key reasons why we are running so quickly. One of the biggest reasons, guys, I might tell you, is that 96% of the people we enroll, the distributors we enroll, we bring in on platinum packs. Does that sound amazing? %, guys, coming on a platinum pack. And when you have a look at the statistics once again that Darren has shared with us, when somebody comes in on a platinum pack, they stay for almost 3 years on average, and they work in their business, and their total spend in the business is almost $5,000. So for you to build a strong business starts when you start enrolling that distributor, and make sure you always go for the best option for them. Let's go all out. Let's build this business to the maximum, which means you come in on a platinum pack to get started. Now, if you want to find my YouTube channel, I have got some videos on there on why it's important and what the benefits are for being on a platinum pack. Excuse me, feel free to go and have a look at that. Right, so how do we start a distributor? Well, the very first thing we do is we have an email that we send to the distributor. And it's a welcome email. And the welcome email just says basically, welcome, we are so honored to be working with you. We cannot wait to see your dreams and goals come true. We commit our support. So it's a welcome email. But then we say for the first step for you is to log into your back office. So we make sure that we give them the login detail for their back office, as well as their password. If we have that, unless they've obviously signed up themselves, they're going to know their password. But we make sure that they know how to access their back office. The second thing we say is we refer them to a team website that we have called teamheart.net. And I'll tell you guys that we have decided as a team that we're happy to give this away to other LiveVantage distributors to help you. So you'll see it needs a password, and the password is everyone matters, one word, everyone matters. So in our email, in our welcome email, we send them to this website. And we say to them, when you go onto this website, go to number 1, which is launch. And guys, in the launch section, there's a launch guide that they can print out. And first of all, I want to take you through the steps of what's really important to share with a new distributor within the first week at the most. Now, you've got to be careful that you don't overload a new distributor, because then they're going to just run away. So we have taken a lot of the information, which, you know, there's so much information, and just put it into little bits and say to a new distributor, this is all you need to know until you get to Pro 3. It's just this bit here, right? And so what is it? Number one is understand our products. So we teach them, just in a very short little video, we teach them about each product. Now, make sure, guys, if you ever implement this or if you make your own videos, don't draw it out. You want to have videos that are 3 to 4 minutes long at the most. And you don't want to teach them everything about the product. You just want to teach them 3 to 5 things about the product initially. Otherwise, again, it becomes too much information. So teach them about the product, and then at the same time, show them where to find the science. If you haven't come across our other website called abcyellowpill.com, have a look at it. It's a great one that you can send to prospects. It's got the ABC video on it, but it's also got a research tab. And that research tab has links to all the studies on PubMed, and it has 8 fantastic videos that explains Protandim. These are all videos that have been done by people like Dr. Maniscalco and some other doctors. But we've taken the 8 best videos, put them all together on that page, on the research page. So make sure your distributor, number one, understands what it is that they're promoting. Really important. Number 2 is why LiveVantage the business. They need to understand, guys, why we have chosen LiveVantage, why you have chosen LiveVantage. You know, for me, I'll sum it up to you in a few things. Number 1, the product Protandim. Incredible, unique, affordable, great retention. People get results. It's got all the science backing it. And the biggest thing is people can't get in their car, drive down to the local supermarket and buy it. Okay? You know, if you're promoting a protein shake, you can get in your car, go down to the supermarket and see 10 different options available. But Protandim, they cannot find. So, fantastic product. So, why do we choose LiveVantage? Well, number 1, because when you have a consumable, strong product, you can build a long-term big business and a legacy for your family. Number 2, the company is listed on the NASDAQ. It is governed and regulated and controlled by shareholders, by boards. There's not just 1 or 2 people making decisions, right? It's a safe business to build. Number 3, our compensation plan is phenomenal. Unilevel is a beautiful system opposed to binary. So I'm not going to go into the details of that, but these are little things that you can say to a potential distributor. This is why I chose LiveVantage. And your new distributor needs to know that. The last thing is timing. Oh my gosh, guys, in Australia, 0.002% of people know about Protandim. I believe the statistics in the States is like 1% of people know about Protandim. So whenever you link a great product with a great company, with a great compensation plan, but you don't have good timing, you may as well not build it. Imagine if the market was saturated. Would you be able to build a big business? Not easily. But the thing we have on our side is timing. Hardly anybody knows about it. And LiveVantage has taken these years to sort out systems and to get into the direct selling field to now go from 200 million to 1 billion in sales in the next 3 to 5 years. Did you know that that's our company goal? In the next 3 to 5 years, we will go from 200 million to 1 billion in sales. And would you like a slice of that pie? Absolutely, right? So understand, let your new distributor understand why LiveVantage is the company. It builds their belief as well in the company. The third thing is compensation plan. You don't need to know all the ins and outs as a new distributor, but you do need to know how do you make your first money. So you need to explain Smart Start to them, okay? Smart Start bonus, and of course the launch bonus you can explain as well. Very important though to break the comp plan down into like 6 little bits, and explain each thing on its own. So if you guys are up for making videos, make a little video that's only 3 minutes long that explains the Smart Start bonus, so people can watch that and watch it and watch it until they get it. And together with the comp plan training, we make sure that they print out the compensation plan highlights document. You guys should be familiar with that. So in the first 3 things we teach them is all about the opportunity. So it's about the products, it's about why LiveVantage, and it's about how you can make money and how you earn money. The next lot of stuff is about our systems. So we teach them how to know the back office. Okay, short little video again, 3 to 4 minute video that only explains the basics that they need to know. Like, how do I enroll a distributor? How does a customer check out? How do I change my auto ship? Where do I find information about what products Japan has? All those basic little things we teach them in a 3 to 4 minute video. And then we have Facebook groups that we use extensively, guys, to build our business. Now, we have a team Facebook group, so it's for our distributors alone. But then we have a group that is for existing customers as well as prospects. So we put these new distributors into the groups and we explain to them the purpose of those groups. The distributor group, the purpose for that is purely to welcome, to congratulate them when they have a rank advancement, and to share announcements and information. The team, the customer group, is really to make sure we convert more customers, but we also retain the customers that we have. So we share information, we drop feed little bits of information about ProTandem and the other products. And then the last thing, and the second lot of steps, is we let them know when is our team training. And we show them the big blue calendar so they know where they can go look for events. Okay, really important. You want to make sure your new distributor knows when your next team training is. Then we get to the skills section, and you'll see when you go and have a look at this launch on that website I gave you, we have scripts of what to say and what to send. So we suggest this is what you say to somebody when they say to you, what is that little yellow pill? And this is what you can send them. And then we teach them how to follow up, and we teach them how to overcome objections to a minimal, right? So we know the most common objections are these 2. I don't have money and I don't have time. And so straight up we teach them how to overcome those. Then, guys, from there we go on to now launching their business. Right? And their business, launching it, for us, always starts with Facebook. So we go to their personal profile, we have a look at it with them, we suggest the type changes they may need to make, like maybe the profile picture is of their dog and not of them. Well, you don't want that. You want the picture to be of you. We show them the kind of things that they can post. You'll even see some suggestions in that, on that website of what you can post. From there, guys, we move them into now we're going to launch your business. So make a list. 25 names. Let's start with 25 names. Now, a lot of people say to new distributors, sit down and write down 100 names. Well, that's daunting for them. So we prefer to just say, write down 25 names and number them from 1 to 25 in terms of who do you think will get going on the product or with the business. And then we ask them to select 2 launch dates. So when I say launch dates, we suggest to them that we can either do an online Zoom like we're doing now. This could be their launch, so it's like an online party. Or we can go to their home, if they're close by. I can present at their home, or they present on their own, or I can present in through Zoom at their home. We even do that. We sometimes, you know, if I'm helping a distributor launch, it's in Perth. Well, that's like a 6-hour flight for me. So I'm not going to go there, but I'm going to Zoom in. She's going to put me on her TV and I'm going to launch it for her, just doing it on Zoom. So we then commit to, right, when are your launch dates? And the next thing we do is within the next week. So this has taken us a week to go through all this training. Then 1 more week, now we need to make sure you've got customers in the system on the 2nd week. So our first goal is 3 customers. Who do you know that straight away you believe needs this product? And then we talk with the distributor to see how they feel about talking to those individuals on their own, or do they need our help? So if they feel like, oh no, I'm too new, I don't know enough, then all we do is we say to them, you make the introduction call, I will come on as a 3-way and I will explain the product or the business, whatever the opportunity is, applicable to that person. And so we help them within their 2nd week to bring in at least 3 customers. And you know what that does? That says to them, I can do this. I've got 3 people in my business. I know the basics of what I need to know about the product, the back office, the comp plan. You know, they know little bits. They don't know it all, but they know enough to get them the confidence to bring in their first customers. And that then helps them. You just, you know, Blue Elam says up to Pro 3, all you do is invite, enroll, invite, enroll, invite, enroll. And I can't say that anymore, is that's all you do. You invite, you enroll, you invite, you enroll. To get a 4 and 5, to get a Pro 4 and Pro 5, you need to start presenting as well. So you invite, you enroll, you present, you invite, you present, you enroll. Presentations then will also be for some of your team or some of your distributors, because most of us, by the time we do get to Pro 3, we have at least 1 distributor in the system that we can work with. And guys, the last thing we do is we teach them, when they bring in their first distributor, to follow this exact same process. Because then it becomes duplicatable. Then we know every single distributor is launched well. They have all the information they need, and we're going to duplicate that. And nobody's going to just feel like they're overwhelmed or they're falling through the system. So when you have a look at that website, you'll see there's a document that you can print out called the Launch Guide. Do yourself a favor and print it. It's an awesome document. If you are a higher rank than Pro 3, move up to the next one, because the first, number 1 is launch, number 2 is learn, and then number 3 is lead. So this is Team Heart, so TEAM heart.net, the website. Maybe, if you want to, Julie, if you want to maybe put it up in the chat. So it's teamheart.net. And the password is everyone matters. Guys, and that's what we do. And then, of course, you know, we stay in touch with our distributors. So I don't personally make phone calls every day, but every 2nd or 3rd day, I will call my new distributor, or I'll message them and say, how's it going? What can I help with? How did you go with Johnny? You know, whatever our conversation. So the most crucial time is the first 30 days. Take 2 weeks to launch them, or 1 week to launch the person, 1 week to start helping them bring people in, and then, you know, they'll start doing it themselves. Plan some events, some parties within the first 30 days. You know, one of the things we do when we say to somebody a platinum pack is essential, why? Because when you have your parties, we want you to have product. You need product, because you can sell product for cash to get people into your business, right? So we make sure they don't just take that box of product and they put it on their shelf. No. The product, within the first 30 days, we get rid of the product for them and with them, so that they launch their business. No business ever opens their door with no stock. No business. You need stock. Imagine McDonald's opens its doors and they can't sell burgers, but they've paid their rent and they've got phones and they've got, you know, electricity. That's not how your business works. So you do need stock to launch a business. So Yeah, Julie, that's what we do to launch a new distributor.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. That was amazing information, so helpful. I took a lot of notes, and I think Kurt's going to handle the question and answer time.
Sure.
Yes, I am. Thank you so much, Charlotte. That was great. And so I was also taking some just amazing notes and wanted to make sure that we did have listed right there so everyone can see on the notes the web address with the password. What are some questions that you have? If you have a question for Charlotte, unmute yourself and then ask that question. So, who is first? Okay.
Hey, Kurt, I have a question.
Yes.
Hey, Kurt, well, sometimes when I get a new distributor, sometimes I'm not able to get that new distributor to devote the necessary time to take them through all of these particular aspects. Now, it's either me not being good enough with the new distributors to have them follow through with all of these things, or they imply that they don't have enough time. How do you do that? How do you get these new distributors to really put the priority in there to learn this sometimes?
Sure. That's a great question. So what I do when I interview my new distributor, because for me it's literally an interview, right? Mm-hmm. When I speak to that new distributor about coming on board, I make sure that I set the expectations of what's going to be needed for them to be successful. So one of the things they will even know before they enroll is that I need to know how hard I want to push this business, what I want from it. If a distributor says to me, Charlotte, I just want to earn $200 a month, that's all I'm looking for, I'm not going to push them as hard as I will a distributor that comes in and says, I want to be a Pro 10. Right? If a distributor upfront says to me, I want to be a Pro 10, I say, right, so understand this is what we're going to do when we finish here. It's going to take me 30 days to get you to be independent. In the first week, I'm going to teach you as much as I can about our systems, just a little bit, so not too overwhelming. The second week, we're going to start enrolling people, and by the end of the 30 days, you're going to have had some kind of parties. So what it does is it sets their mental expectation according to the steps we're going to take. If you ever have to convince a distributor to come in, you're going to spend the rest of their time in LiveVantage convincing them to take the next step. And nobody needs that. That's what drains us, right? So I'm very big on teaching our team to be upfront, set the right expectations when you first are talking to them, and so that they know what to do. Now, if you bring it in, let's say I've spoken expectation, but they don't, take, as you say to them, Charlotte, I'm so happy you have business. This is a fantastic opportunity. As you know, you've been through all of the reasons why. With, I don't feel you may be quite fully ready yet all your time. So a little bit of time, and you come back to me and you let me know when you're ready to run full pace. So instead of trying to drag them, make sure they know that you're always available, and keep your posture. Guys, one of the posture, you posture of, I don't need you to build my business. I'm going to do it whether you're wanting me or not. Then everything changes your business. Then people want to work with you. Your distributors, even the ones that thought they're going to just cruise, they actually want more of you because you're not saying to them, I need you. So be very careful, and I guess always ask yourself in the steps that you take with your distributors, am I giving the impression that I need them? There's a difference between respecting and honoring them to showing that you're desperate. So that's a really key one for me as well, is I always make sure they know I'm there to support them, but hey, I'm going to keep running because I'm doing this with or without you. I hope that's answered your question.
Yeah, so really you're trying to pre-qualify and let people know up front what's going to be expected of them to be successful. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
And according, together with what it is that they want to achieve, right? Yeah. So it is, you adapt you adapt these systems according to the person. So the system I've taught you today is the one that for somebody who wants to run. They want this business, they need the income, they really want to go, even if it's, Pro 5, Pro 6, they want that. So, yeah, it's for those that run. So guys, the password for the website is Everyone Matters.
Okay, very good. Another question. Feel free.
Hi. Thank you, Charlotte, for all that great information. But you mentioned a website that had the doctor information and a lot of information just in one spot, and I didn't quite catch the name of that. If you could please repeat that, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, sure, no worries. It's Team Heart, so that's what our team is called. It's teamheart.net. So teamheart.net, and the password is Everyone Matters. Just one word, small lowercase. Everyone Matters, and the website teamheart.net.
Mary, we can put that up on our activators page too when we post this, so you can make sure you can get that out. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Yes, and Charlotte, what was the website that you said you used that has the science on it? The video.
Sure. Let me put it up for you in the chat. It's ABC Yellow Pill. So it's www.abcyellowpill.com. There we go. And it's a really handy one, that one, guys. When somebody says to me, what is Protandem? I just say, I'll send them that link for the website and say, watch the video. And if you'd like more information, have a look at the research tab at the top of that website. So it has all the information in it about the studies of the PubMed studies. It's got links to it, it's got the patterns in it, and it's got the most important videos that explains what Protandem does is in there as well.
Any more questions? Great job. A lot of useful information, and Charlotte, it's been a delight, but with time for one more question, if you can hold on.
Yeah, sure.
Anybody else? Okay.
I'd just like to say to Charlotte, I love your name, Charlotte, because that's the name of my mom.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes. Yeah, since one of the princesses, the Kaiten Williams' little girl was called Charlotte, I've become really popular.
Very good.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for having me, guys. It's been a great honor. And I trust that I've imparted even just one thing. If there's one thing you can take away today, let it be this, that when you bring in a new distributor, you have a golden window of opportunity with them. And that golden window we know is 2 weeks. because people come in, they get sales remorse, they think they've made a mistake. But if you get them into action quickly, and especially in the first 2 weeks, they start enrolling at least one customer, then your chance of them staying is a lot greater.
Okay, great, and thank you so much, and look forward to seeing you. Hopefully get on here again then sometime. So
Awesome.
God bless you, and everyone, have a great week. Let's just take what we've learned and let's just apply it, because otherwise it's useless to be on here. Just apply something and help your business and your own personal self grow. So thank you. Julie, did you have anything that you wanted to add?
No, I just wanted to thank you so much, Charlotte. I just think you're very special and sweet, and I love how you have such a servant heart to help.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Julie.
Bye,
Thank you guys.
Charlotte.
Have a great week. See
Okay,
ya.
take care.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Bye, Julie.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Kurt. Bye,
Pleasure.
Julie.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. Kurt, Team Heart's website is